Started making it, had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
Hey yo, Wolfie here. So after finishing the Black History Month video early, I decided to make a quick, simple little video on how to overcome art block. I got 5 tips for y'all today that I really hope can help you if you're struggling with it. But anyways, I don't want to waste any time, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to consider is thinking about what's causing your art block. Obviously, the most important part of getting over art block is trying to figure out where the problem is coming from in the first place. Do you think you have art block because you're dealing with a lot of stress? Maybe you're dealing with creative burnout. Maybe you have so many ideas in your head that you feel overwhelmed. Or maybe you're just a horrible artist and you'll never be good enough for anything in this world and your lack of productivity equates to your worth as a human being. But y'all watch this channel, so obviously it couldn't be that. It could literally be any reason, and you might not be able to figure it out right away, but the important thing is to try to understand what's making you have a hard time. That way you can actually start looking for solutions. Just know that it's okay if you're struggling to figure it out, because you can still find a solution. Hopefully one of the next 4 tips will help you out. So the second thing that you might want to consider is the possibility that you're just sick of drawing the same thing. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that you don't enjoy drawing whatever you draw. It just means that maybe you should try drawing something else for a change. As humans, routine is really important and it can give us comfort, but we also need variety in our lives so that we can adapt and expand our horizons. Do you normally draw hot anime girls? Try drawing a guy. Do you only draw from reference? Try drawing from imagination. It could literally be anything. And who says you gotta stop at just one medium? Like, maybe all you need to do is drop the pencil and pick up a paintbrush instead, or maybe even give sculpting a shot. Hell, make a cosplay prop, or do some finger painting or mixed media. That's what art is all about. Go fucking nuts. Diversifying your creative expression might give you the perfect creative outlet that allows you to stay creative while not feeling so limited in what you can do. And besides, it's just a fun little thing that you can do when art starts to feel more like a chore than something that you genuinely feel passionate about. Now, for this next tip, I'm gonna say something that I think a lot of people tend to struggle with. Take a freaking break. We all know that the guilt of not being productive or creative sucks. But you know what else sucks? Burnout. Think about it like this. Imagine you're a chef who's been working in the kitchen all day with no breaks. Now, imagine staying in that same kitchen all week. What do you think is probably gonna happen? Your movements are probably gonna become slower, your feet are gonna hurt from running around constantly, and you're gonna make a lot of really dumb mistakes and mess up the orders. Now, imagine you took a day or 2 off. What do you think is going to happen? You'll probably come back much more energized, well rested, and maybe even be inspired to try something new because maybe you tried something else while you were at home. So go do whatever you think is fun. Go play your favorite games or watch that one show that you wanted to check out or read a book or go for a walk. Do something. Giving yourself some time to recharge and just not draw for a bit is actually really healthy. You can really use that time to connect with other people, with your interests, and honestly, with yourself. Also, it can lead you to possibly bringing your other interests into your art, which actually might make it a lot more fun. For example, I went through a major case of art block and potentially undiagnosed depressive episode early last year. But then I decided to start playing Persona 3 Reload, which is actually what I'm playing in this video. And because I got to see the symbols and imagery and characters that I felt connected to, I got the inspiration that I needed to get me back into drawing. And not only did it get me interested in drawing again, but it actually also helped me cope with the things that I was going through during that time. So yeah, do yourself a favor and put the pen down for a bit. I know it feels like you might be wasting time that you could be using to create, but I promise, it's really worth it to give yourself a much needed break. Tip number 4 is to try to remember why you became an artist in the first place. A lot of times when we've been doing something for so long, we kind of tend to forget the original motivations that we had, which over time makes us lose that drive and passion that we once had for something. This is especially true when you make content for an audience or it becomes your job. Now, obviously, most people will probably say, because it's fun, but honestly, there's always a deeper reason. So, why was it fun? Did it allow you to create fan art for your favorite characters? Did you enjoy making your own characters with unique stories? Maybe it made you feel more connected to a community or a person that you love. Whatever the reason, the important thing is to think about why you love to be an artist, and that might lead you to a solution so that you can find that spark again. If you still have your old drawings and sculptures or whatever the case may be, look at that and think about what made creating stuff so fun to you. Even if you don't still have your old art, just try and think back on how you used to feel when you would create stuff. Maybe it made you really excited or it helped you get through a bad situation. Think about how it helped you then and see if you can either recreate that feeling now or try to see if you can expand on that and find a new purpose with it. So for me, one of my main reasons was that I actually always enjoyed making up characters that I could imagine when I played, or even in stories that I could write. Did I ever finish any of those stories from when I was a kid? Absolutely not, but that's okay, because I always had fun pretending to be those characters that I loved and creating my own original stories. And to this day, I still love creating characters and stories for them, only now I actually want to finish them and share them with all of you one day. Art gave me an outlet to tell my own stories and to express myself in an unfiltered, unadulterated way. So I guess you could say that one of my main reasons for being an artist is the feeling that I get when I make characters and designs that are at the same level of the things that I enjoy. It makes me feel pumped up and ready to take on the next project that comes to mind. I also get really motivated by the feeling of knowing that my art skills are improving, but that's another thing entirely. So my point in saying all this is, in order to get some of that passion back, maybe what you really need is to fall in love with your art again. Alright, so for this final tip, I'm gonna bring up something that I think some people are not gonna wanna hear. You should practice the fundamentals. Look, personally, I hate the thought of doing a study on the fundamentals, but I gotta admit, it's actually pretty helpful, and it's not that bad after the first 10 minutes or so, at least for me. But here's my thought process on it. Sometimes art block is caused by the creative process and the stress of struggling to come up with a good idea. But practicing things like shading or poses or proportions don't really take too much creative thought. I won't say that it allows you to turn your brain off, since you have to apply the knowledge that you already have to an art study that I assume is going to stimulate your mind. But this is a really good way to give your brain some time to chill out a bit. Plus, doing that will allow you to build up your skills and help you improve when you finally overcome your art block. Or it might even give you some ideas that you can try out that will also allow you to apply the things that you just learned to an original drawing. So I know this video wasn't a whole lot, it was just something really quick that I wanted to get done. I didn't even bother doing a drawing for this video, it just is what it is. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But tell me, are you dealing with art block or have any extra tips? Let the rest of us know in the comments, I'm sure everybody would appreciate it. But that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, I hope you liked it, or at least thought it was interesting. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and slap that little gray bell so that you get all the newest notifications. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!